Pistol squat is a very challenging, very advanced calisthenics type movement where you do a very low squat while standing on one leg, keeping the other leg out in front of you. I believe it's called a pistol squat because you're kind of shaped like a pistol at the bottom of it. So what that looks like is I'm planting on one foot, other foot's out in front of me. I squat down to the bottom. Ugh. I can't let that go. We have to get that right. Guys, a pistol squat is a very challenging, very advanced calisthenics style movement where we are squatting down on one foot with the other foot straight out in front of us. I believe it's called a pistol squat because your body's kind of shaped like a pistol whenever you do it. What does that look like? I'm going to do my best to show you here. One foot, my right foot here is going to stay flat. Left foot's up in the air. And as I squat down, I'm keeping this foot floating. Maybe you grab it in front of you, push back up to the top. I don't expect a single person who ever watches this video to do that. So we can regress that to make it realistic for people to do, who are new to lifting or just like an average weightlifter. We're going to use a bench for that. So that whenever we're developing strength in any movement pattern, a good way to do that is doing controlled eccentrics or controlled negatives. So in this case, we put this bench here behind me as a way, as kind of a fail-safe to catch me whenever my muscles can no longer support what I'm trying to do. So I might stand on one foot, just like we were doing in the actual pistol squat, other foot out in front of me, and I'm going to sit back when we squat. Butt always moves first, right? You guys remember that? Hips back first, we hinge, start bending the knee. I'm keeping my foot flat here, going down until my butt hits the bench. Now, if you're entirely new to this, and that's very challenging, you can put your heel down to kind of help you push back up. If not, if you're kind of like getting experience a little bit stronger, we're going to keep that heel up, push ourselves right back up off that bench. So it's like a single leg squat, just with a bench is kind of a, like I said, a safety for you. So one leg up, your hip flexors in this leg, the muscles that come down the front of your thigh, are going to burn like crazy. I will give you guys a warning on that now, just from keeping that straight up in front of you. We sit back, we push up. We sit back, we push up. Now, whenever you guys see me do this, I want you to pay attention to something, and that is that as I come down to the bench, what you're not going to see me do is rock forward to stand up. We want to keep the momentum out of it as much as you can so that you're forced to actually use those muscles to push back up out of that lower position. You can see here, this knee has a little bit of tendonitis in it. It's a little bit more painful for me, and it's a little bit weaker on that side, so it's a little more challenging. But what we're looking for is that we squat down, touch the bench, this leg's up, this foot stays flat, I push right back up. Now, this all may be entirely too advanced for you guys, but if this isn't your program, what you're going to do then is just the negative, right? So maybe I'm going to control myself down as slow as I can, get to a point where I drop, just stand right back up. All I want you to worry about is making this descent as slow as possible, standing back up. So that, guys, is a pistol squat to a bench. You could do a bench, you could do a plyo box. It's a little bit higher. If you're not strong enough to control yourself down this low, raise your platform up a little bit. That's perfectly fine. Just over time, work your way into lower and lower bases of support. That is kettlebell. What's a kettlebell? There's no kettlebell in this. That is a pistol squat to a bench.